Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on XMDC. I think I've done this one before, but if not, I want to get it published out here just because I've got a lot of requests on it, and for the simple reason it's a very nice looking chart, and it makes a great example of how an uptrend, a healthy uptrend, I should say, acts in terms of pullback. So I'll get into that area, and then also just break down the chart in terms of what it's looking like from a support resistance standpoint and so forth. So first, let's just start off with a little education here for the people that aren't familiar with charting. This is a great uptrend. Why is it a good uptrend? Well, after every single nice big move up, the chart pulls back. However, when it does pull back, notice what it does in terms of lows. So here we have our little pullback sections, and now let's map out where the lows are in each one. So this pullback, put in a low right there. This pullback, put in a low right there. This pullback right there. So obviously, what are the differences between these threes? Well, the previous ones are all lower than the other ones, and that's what you want to see. Higher lows. This low, and this low. All three of them are higher than the previous one, and that's what defines an uptrend, and that's what's healthy. You can't have stocks that go straight up because they're eventually going to come crashing down. But if you have ones where it makes big moves and then does some consolidating like this, it can continue to produce a nice uptrend. So that's what's very appealing about this chart, is it's been having some very healthy pullbacks, and you can also notice that during each pullback, so here is this pullback period, there is less volume than what was on the breakout day. So this right here, this big green candle was a breakout day, and that's what volume bar corresponded with it. And then these pullback days all had the lesser volume correspondence with it. So, like I said, if you're looking for a good looking uptrend, these are the sorts of things you want to look for. Just nice, healthy pullbacks like this. So now let's break down the chart. Well, the chart today had a very nice move for the simple fact that it broke above its previous high resistance, and not only did it break above it, it closed above it. So from a daily chart perspective, this support level, or excuse me, this resistance level, which was at 0.034, has now turned into a support level. So this is our newest support that was formed today, and obviously when you have new supports formed, that's the name of the game, because that means you're putting in higher highs. The next support level after this is right down at this previous high, and basically at the low of the previous pullback. You can see here we had a high right there of 0.023, and then this low was at 0.023. So actually, the power of charting right here forecasted exactly where that pullback came down to. So these are going to be our two key support levels that we really care about. This one up here at 0.034, and this one right here at 0.023. If you want to, we can call this area just a big support zone, saying everywhere but in between these two areas is kind of support, since we have kind of the upper portion of it here and the lower portion. So depending on how you want to look at it, you could make the argument that this is just all one big block of support down here, since it's being bound in by these two levels here. So however you want to look at it, but the bottom line is this is the level where you'd ideally like to see hold on any sort of drastic pullback. You really don't want to see the price go down and close below that. If that happens, there's still hope for the chart, because we do still have these moving averages below us that are sloping upwards, so they can still provide support. But ideally, you don't want to see the price close below this support level down there. Now, jumping to the other side of the coin, let's find our resistance levels. The obvious one being just simply where the profit takers and bears stepped in today, which was up here at the high of this candle, which was 0.043. So with that, make this red for resistance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that one skinny, just because if on another push up, I don't think that it's going to put up that much of a fight. And okay, it's looking like we are in blue sky territory now after this level. I could pull up the weekly just to double check that, and that's what I'll do. And the reason I'm doing this is I need to try to look back and find previous highs. Okay, so here we have some other. So we are right here. Then we have some. There's the next resistance level. Alright, so here we have a bunch of areas of price congestion. and you can see that we had, the price bounce off it here, tried to get through it again there, and then it just never could. So that's up there at 5 cents, and this is going to be more of a key resistance level. So what I'm going to do is make this one a little thicker, make that red, and just keep in mind that 5 cents is going to be the big resistance level if this thing keeps moving forward. It's made obviously great progress. You look down here at the volume that it's been doing for weeks compared to these all previous weeks. So there's lots of interest in the stock, which is the whole name of the game. But that's where the next resistance level is after our short-term one right there is up at that nickel point. We'll end it back on the daily chart. But overall, good looking charts, acting healthy. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few red days because that's just basically what the chart's been doing the past 3 times. But with that being said, it's proved to be healthy each time. So as long as it keeps putting in higher lows on their pullbacks, then this is going to remain a beautiful looking chart. If you do have any other questions on it, let me know. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the emailer, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And then with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, everything from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety for everybody. It's all free, no strings attached, so it's worth at least trying out. We've been having some good success making money together, so give it a try. One more time, this was XMDC. Thanks for listening.